Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about what is a 401k plan, how you can get them, what some different types are, and really the utilization that I have used with the 401k plan to really be effective in investing and also with saving. So first of all, what is a 401k plan? How does it work? It is a retirement savings investment plan that employers offer. 401k might give you tax breaks, which again, we're going to talk about when you contribute money in there, but there are certain caps that change every single year depending on the 401k, how much you can put in there. It is a good way to save money, guys. Also, the big thing with this is 401k plans come from employers. A majority of employers offer some sort of match, whether it is dollar for dollar, whether it is, 50 cents on the dollar. We've also seen 401k plans where they do match a certain percentage. Most traditional plans will cover like 4%. So what that means, you put in 4%, they put in 4%. That can be free money, guys. Now, a couple of things that you do have to know about 401k plans is when you do the investment, so if they're offering company matches, make sure you know what the vesting period is. Now, the vesting period for the plan is the amount of time that you have to stay with that employer to be considered vested in the 401k plan or whatever kind of retirement plan they offer. If you do not stay there for that set amount of time, you lose all of the employer contributions. So generally what this looks like, let's say you put in $10,000 a year and it takes 3 years for your plan to be vested. So you put in your 30,000, your 30,000 is good. You hit 2 years, 10 months, you leave. Anything the company has matched, let's say they match that 10,000 every year, leaving that company before that 3-year mark could be losing roughly $30,000, a little bit less depending on when you actually leave, that they will deduct from that 401k plan. Now, we also see this true when they give when they do stock purchase plans. Usually they have the same kind of thing, but 401ks usually have the exact same thing. Now, there is also a couple other things to remember with the 401k plans being employer sponsored is what do they offer? Now, when you look at Dave Ramsey, when you look at the investment side, he says 15% of your income is what you need to be investing. Depending on what your company offers within that 401k plan is going to make a really big difference. Also, when you look at rebalancing, do they do it automatically? Is it monthly? Is it yearly? Making sure you're kind of monitoring your 401k plan. What we normally see is a lot of people will put money into the 401k plan, but they have no idea what the money is actually invested in. They don't work with a financial advisor. They don't work with the company that actually administers the 401k plan, which is a big miss, guys. You could look at what you have it invested in. It might not be the best plan, might not be the best options that you do have out there, depending on who your 401k provider is. Again, it is up to you guys. You have to take personal responsibility when it comes to investing, when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to repayment of debt. You have to take the conscious time and effort to really understand. Now, in addition to the 401ks, there are also IRAs, which kind of go hand in hand with the 401k. So if some employers do not offer the 401k, they can offer IRAs. These can have tax advantages. They can have a couple different methods with the IRAs, which we're going to talk about in a later video. One of the big things, though, the difference with the IRA is the contribution limits are usually significantly lower when you come to the IRA. So let's get into the types of the 401k. Two main types are a traditional 401k and a Roth 401k. Now, there's a lot of debate about this, and honestly, there are really two approaches that I use. I have put an incredible amount of money into a Roth 401k, but once I got to the point where it was more beneficial to have the tax-free contributions into the 401k, which means I made more money, it did make sense to move what I was contributing into that Roth 401k and putting it into a traditional 401k, which again, I have done with time. So starting out, being younger, 20s, 30s, you're starting out at, entry-level positions, things of that nature. That is the time, honestly, I would do Roth 401ks. What that means, it is after tax contributions. So the employer gives you a gross amount, they deduct all of your taxes, you have a bottom line. With that bottom line, that is when you make those Roth 401k contributions. Now, a lot of people might say, well, I'm going to be contributing a lot less, which is true. However, the couple of perks that come with a Roth 401k is because you've already paid the taxes on it. When it grows tax-free and you get ready retirement age to take that money out, you don't owe anything to the IRS. So that is really the big thing. In addition with these, you don't have to take the regular RMD distributions out of here when you take money out. So again, the way to really think of it is you've already paid the dues because the contributions were after tax dollars. When you get income from the account, dividends, interest, capitals, they grow tax-free. When you withdraw the money in retirement, you and Uncle Sam are already settled up. It is already paid. You don't have to worry about the taxes. Now, there are a lot of rules, a lot of withdrawal requirements, which you have to know, guys, making sure that you understand those. Now, again, I said we started with the Roth. Essentially, when we got to a point of earning more income, it made sense to do and switch to a traditional 401k for the tax advantage. So with this, guys, let's say you put money or your employer gives you, again, that gross amount. From that gross amount, you make your 401k contributions. So they are actually pre-tax contributions. The big benefit for this, guys, is let's say right now I'm putting $20,000 into this traditional 401k every year. That is $20,000 that I can deduct from my taxes that I'm not going to have to pay taxes on, which means you can essentially lower your tax bracket. Most of you know in America, we have a traditional or a progressive tax system, meaning that the more that you earn over a certain dollar amount, you pay more on that tax-wise per dollar. So we are effectively in our careers, my wife and I, trying to lower the amount of taxes we have to pay, which is made up by putting money into this traditional 401k. Now, the thought of this is when you look at big picture, by the time both of us do get to retirement age, we are going to be at a point where at a much lower tax bracket, or we're not working our, traditional 9-to-5 jobs. They're completely gone, which again, we are going to be in a much lower tax bracket when we start taking money out of the 401k. Now, with the traditional, when you do start taking money out of the 401k, you do have to pay taxes when you take the money out. And that is really the caveat, guys, is being in a much lower taxable income bracket when you're taking money out of the traditional 401k versus the Roth that is completely tax-free. Now, in addition, in conclusion, 401ks change, guys. Rising inflation, your annual contributions to your 401ks have been increasing. So almost every single year, we've seen a small increase on a bunch of different things. 401k contributions are one of them. In 2022, you could contribute $20,500. That was the cap, what you could put into a 401k. As of 2023, the cap is $22,500. So it is getting even bigger. If you're over the age of 50 and up, you even have a new larger limit, which is $30,000 you can contribute during the year in 2023 as a catch-up contributions to the 401k. Now, if you're not participating in a company's 401k, make sure that you have some sort of investment accounts. You have some sort of retirement accounts. And it seems like with the SAFE 2.0 Act, and again, that's a video I'm going to go over, employers will be required to automatically enroll participants in 401k or 403b plans once they are eligible. Automatic contributions start at 3%, but no more than 10%. So the government is actually going to have something set up with businesses that if they are not offering or do not provide a 401k, there is going to be a 401k that is going to be kind of given to you to go ahead and make those contributions in there. Another big benefit of a 401k is the money is all yours and it's portable. If you move it to another one, if you roll it over, you can take the 401k money with you. And if it stays 401k money, you don't have to pay taxes on that. To avoid heavy taxes, heavy fees, you convert it to an account. So again, 401k to 401k, you want to make sure you don't take the distribution of the funds that you have in there. All right, guys, so just a real quick overview video on 401ks. There are so many kind of minute details to your contribution limits, different situations, things of that nature, even money that can be borrowed or loaned or things of that nature. Again, make sure you know what your 401k offers with your employer. Make sure you're investing money, guys. I cannot stress it. The younger that you begin this, the better you're going to be. So again, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, Thank you guys for watching.